Like they had a blood sign on the moon or something like that.
Okay.
You had parked over there?
Down this alleyway and left with the trash can.
All right, y'all.
I heard, I was like, yeah, that's where I ran.
All right, y'all. We're officially live. This is a Veggie Outers Q&A on veganism. So we're gonna answer any questions y'all have about veganism in general. Who wants to get the ball rolling?
I think it's going in a circle.
Okay, we'll start with you.
Oh dang! I thought you were going to start with Any questions I have for it?
Yep. Any questions?
How's
You're not off the hook yet.
the financial side of veganism, I guess? Is it more expensive to be a vegan or like about the same?
The answer is yes and no. I say that because the foods you get in the supermarket, as far as quick foods, those are more expensive vegan-wise, but cooking-wise, it's the same. So if you don't do a lot of cooking, it can end up being expensive. So I always say start off by just learning a few recipes, like a recipe every 2 weeks, build your cooking inventory up, and have those vegan entrees available for like days where you don't have time to fix something. But if that's all you eat, it can get expensive. Question?
So, in a sense, if you know how to cook, pretty much veganism could be like a very profitable and financially like proficient thing to go with, especially health-wise as well, right? If you know how to cook. If you don't know how to cook, then I guess doing this, starting off is kind of rough because you don't know how to what to do and all this stuff.
Yeah, that's a good question. What he asked is, basically, if you know how to cook, is that going to make it easier versus if you just start with those vegan entrees? The answer is yes. And you could deal with that by, the easiest way is don't go cold turkey. You just find out how to make a few vegan recipes and just incorporate them into your lifestyle. So you start off cooking, you don't start off with the vegan entrees. Once you have an inventory built up, then you look into the vegan entrees. That way you're not thinking, I got to eat something, this costs $25, and I have to get it because I can't eat nothing else. No, you have recipes that you can kind of retreat to. Make sense? That's a good question.
If I'm living this vegan lifestyle, why is that more healthy than just me eating healthy?
So what separates veganism
From eating healthy, yeah. Like
Good.
she does. Miss Sophie doing the same thing.
Good question. That's basically saying, well, there's several diets out there. Let's say that some people say just no dairy is healthy. Some people just say no meat is healthy, but dairy is okay, kind of like that. What separates it is you got to look at it in terms of the amount of toxins something has in it. As of right now, the highest source of toxins in America is primarily found in meats and dairy. So when you cut those out, that's what makes veganism set apart from the other ways of eating. Make sense? Question?
But like, it seems like cutting out meat in general will be cutting out like a good portion of like human consumption. You know what I mean? Because like we do eat, we're omnivores. Let's say we eat everything. You know what I mean? No, I mean like so I'm saying like we're omnivores, so we eat everything, right? But cutting out beef and dairy can like because of the toxins inside of it. Well, it seems like our bodies are prone and like very good at flushing out a lot of stuff in our bodies or whatever. Let's say like flush it out. So wouldn't it like I don't like is it okay to eat like meat and chicken in certain quantities and then eat veganism? Or is it just is it less proficient to eat just vegetables and no meat or dairy at all? Because that's kind of cutting out 2/3 of your whole human diet. You know what I mean?
Basically, the food pyramid in America has meat integrated in it. So we've basically been taught that we're omnivores. Now, there's two ways of looking at that. You want to look at it in terms of health as being high standards. So I know that this is going to be healthier versus this. So you want to, for instance, there are certain meats like, let's say, pork and beef. They're heavier on the body than, let's say, chicken and fish. Yeah. So you'll put the chicken and fish higher on the scale than the pork and the beef. Make sense? So what goes above the chicken and the fish? The next thing would be, okay, just dairy and just milk. What goes above that? That's veganism. As far as they say we're omnivores, that gets into a topic that people want to heavily debate. a lot of people say that basically the human body was not designed to eat meat. When we look at our teeth, the way our intestines are structured, they point more towards herbalism, but we can eat meat if we chose to. It's like if you're drinking embalming fluid, your body's going to digest it regardless of what it is. Of course, you'll end up in the ER room, but you have the choice to do it. So look at it in terms of high standards. If I know this is better, I'm going to choose to eat that because it's better, which is going to help me have more energy during the day. I can accomplish what I want faster, and I can prolong my life.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah. That
I
can
have
go
a
back
simple question. There's a such thing as vegan cereal.
As what?
Vegan cereal.
Isn't
I
that what it
wanna
is
know
inside
that.
there?
I think
Yeah,
all
but almond milk, so there's such thing as vegan cereal.
No, on the bottom, at the very bottom. I think it's vegan cereal on the bottom.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't all cereal
Crisp?
vegan cereal?
Like
Cookies?
okay, let me rephrase the question.
Gluten-free, right? Like,
Gluten-free?
Gluten didn't come from animals.
I
No.
know it. Brown rice. Does it?
No, it doesn't.
It's like wheat.
But he asked that, is there vegan cereal?
Rice
And
cakes or rice cakes.
in most cases, a lot of cereals are vegan. There's actually an app you can download that tells you exactly. You can scan the barcode and they'll tell you if it's vegan or not.
That's pretty cool.
But most cereals are vegan. Plus, you can look at the back of the ingredients and see the only thing it might have is maybe milk ingredients. Other than that, 9 times out of 10 it's vegan.
Question.
Uh-huh.
So, does veganism also help promote healthy choices like not eating processed foods, not eating foods with high fructose corn syrup, not eating foods with red 40, which I know are all really terrible for you? So, is that also being promoted as well? Is that like a big part of the vegan community?
So what you're saying is a lot of the things which are deemed unhealthy in the American diet are a lot of them not used in vegan products.
Mm-hmm.
It's about half and half. Like there are vegan products, you'll find some of that stuff in there. So think of veganism as there's 2 types of vegans. There's a vegan that they can eat a whole bunch of processed stuff. You can technically be vegan and eat nothing but a whole bunch of candy bars and still be sick because they have those ingredients in them. But there's also the vegan products that don't have them. So what we want to do is educate ourselves on the products that don't have them. And if we do eat some of them that do have them, at least we know they have them, cut back on them, or not eat so much. Someone's asking a question in the chat. What do you eat for your vegan entrees? Good question. 2 responses. You can go to vegan restaurants like this and ask them for their recipes, or you can get some recipe books or look for recipes online. But if you're asking for what do you eat on a daily basis, you educate yourself on the meat substitutes. So the tofu, the tempeh, the seitan, even certain nuts can be used as a meat substance. You just soak them in water for 3 to 4 hours, and then they have a meaty-like texture so that you can substitute with it. We'll see if that answers the question when she replies. Does anyone else have another question? So you're pretty quiet.
No, I don't.
Okay. Hey, Gary. Since you're here, you got a question?
No, it hasn't. She said that we had good questions.
Oh. Do you have any questions?
Next time, come prepared with some.
Not necessarily, not yet.
Not yet? All right. That concludes the Q&A of veganism at this meetup's Veggie Outers. Be sure to join us in the next meetup.